Folks, breaking news. I am quitting the show so I can get a new job so I can afford the $600 Stanley Kubrick Criterion Collection 4K Collector's Box Set. Welcome to 1 Hour 1 Brain Cell. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show this week.
Good crack.
Mm-hmm. Did you drop something? What happened there?
Something fell off my desk, but it's okay.
Oops.
It was not a fragile item. It was just my little stand for my phone that I'm not currently using.
Ah,
We're fine.
we're good.
No damage.
We'll move on.
We move. Yeah.
All right. Welcome to the show, everybody. Thanks to the folks that tuned in and watched our 9-hour live stream extravaganza on the internet this weekend or this past weekend.
I was 50% of me was expecting it to go that long. 50% of me was not expecting it to go that long. And I think I was just sort of existing somewhere in the middle, but I'm still trying to catch up on sleep from that. From going to bed at 4 a.m.
Well, I mean, the problem is that we're completionists, and so we're too stubborn, and so we didn't want to quit until we had figured it out, and we just never figured it out.
I think we got to give it another go, knowing what we know now. and to prove your point, I guess, yeah, people are saying, we'll get to it. People are saying that's one of the hardest levels.
Yeah.
Just because it's all random number generator.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, I kicked off the show with my tease about quitting the show because I need the money for the $600 Stanley Kubrick Criterion Collector's 4K set. I didn't send that to you because I knew you would be like, I don't care. But I'm going to talk about...
It's the least surprising thing I've ever heard from you. So, yeah.
But here's the thing. If you buy it during one of either the Criterion sale or the Barnes & Noble sale, you can get it for 50% off. So it's only $300. And you can get 13 movies for $300, which is like $25 a piece for a movie. That's not much at all. So it's still on my list. I'm still going to try and track it down at some point because I love Stanley Kubrick movies. And
it looks like it's boy movies. It looks like it's $479 right now on Criterion.
Yeah. But again, when they put it on sale, it will be $300, 50% off. And they do that several times a year. So yeah, I'm going to track that down because I have 2 Kubrick movies right now, but I only spent like $10 on them on sale. So I was like, well, I can just go and sell those at Zia or something. And then I can get this Criterion set, and it will be more complete.
That's true.
But people were complaining yesterday because oh, why is it $600? Oh, that's too much money. This is crazy. I'm like, not really.
When it goes down to 300, that'll be more par for the course, right?
Yes.
For at dollar a pop thing, it's like, okay, that makes sense. But
yes, exactly.
600 is a lot.
Yes, it comes out later this year. So yeah, excited to track that down. There's also rumors of a Kurosawa set, which they usually will do like one a year, these things, and they'll put out a director's box set. Like last year they did Wes Anderson. This year they're doing Kubrick. So maybe for next year they have the Kurosawa set, which he's got like 24 movies. Not looking forward to that. That I'm gonna have to put on the Klarna. I'm gonna have to do the once, the twice, the thrice.
The once, the twice. Is it twice?
Twice. There we go.
Or is it?
Tweets,
there's, I don't remember if it's 2 or 3 that's wrong in that sequence, but there's, Swedish Trixie. You're gonna need to actually build a Criterion closet in your house if this
Yes.
keeps escalating,
Yeah.
because where are you gonna put all this?
I know. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have to. This is true. I'm gonna have to build a whole thing. I don't even. First, I mean, actually, surprisingly, I don't have one Criterion yet because I can never decide during the 50% off sale which one I want to buy. So
All okay, those times that you maybe walk around Barnes and Noble with you and you pick up movies and then you're like, what about this one? And then you put it back down. I'm like, you could though. You could own a Criterion movie, you just haven't.
I haven't yet, but we're gonna do that. It's the Barnes and Noble sale starts on Friday, so by the time you see this, it'll be happening. So it's fifty
Mm-hmm.
percent off on the Criterions for the whole month, and Amazon ends up will match that sale, and I have $100 gift card on Amazon, so
Ooh,
I'm
okay.
gonna I'm gonna splurge and get some movies on Amazon this week.
Yeah.
I've been going through all week and like messing with my cart to see which movies I can fit in there.
So fair. Mm.
But yeah, there we go. All right, that's that. That's my movie nerd rant for the week. Okay, here we go. What else we got on the list here? Um, let's dive into the Widow's Bay finale first. Let's start there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you and I both watched this like when it came out, so that way we avoided the spoilers. And truly one of the great like season finales in recent memory.
I would agree with that. The whole show has been on a good arc. I think I mentioned before on the show, but it feels very Mike Flanagan, but also in the vein of like if The Office was horror, where
Yeah,
just there's tons of there's tons of stuff going on. I don't know if we've talked about it since it aired. I don't think so, because I don't think we talked about episode 9. But the whole bit with Rosemary running down the family genealogy is
yeah,
so funny.
yeah.
Just for it just is that everyone is so committed to the bit
Hmm.
that it feels like something that you shouldn't be laughing at because it's serious and
Yes.
you know that it's serious business, but somehow they still manage to make it
Yeah.
funny. And I really love the writing and directing on the show, and everybody involved deserves a lot of credit. And the twist ending did not go where I thought it was going to go. Uh,
No.
I didn't see that one coming necessarily, but someone on Twitter did. I think I sent it to you.
Yeah.
Someone on Twitter had the whole thing like 15 hours before the episode aired was
Hmm.
like, here's what's going to happen. Like, what?
Yeah, I know.
What's wrong with you?
Because I wasn't. I haven't been reading up on the theories as the show's been airing.
Mm-mm, I haven't either.
Um, so I've been behind on that. So I guess there was a lot of people, or not maybe not a lot, but there were people out there who had this clocked, and thankfully I didn't see any of that stuff because yeah, I think it was one of the most like shocking twists in a bit where I was like, when they revealed what was going on, I was like, oh shit,
Mm-hmm.
oh boy, that explains it.
Well, they hit us with a big one at the end of episode 9 too, where we can talk about it. It's been out, but if you keep listening from this point forward, there's spoilers. So, um, at the end of episode 9, when they revealed that it was Ruth,
Hmm.
that was the last remaining descendant, that was one where it was like you get a little like pit in your stomach feeling. They're like, oh God, of all the people it could have been,
Hmm.
it's this sweet old lady. And then you get the end scene of Tom putting on his jacket and going out into the storm, and you're like, he's about to do something terrible, isn't he? And everyone's gonna find out because that's the way that things go around here. And it really went in a different direction. And then there was the whole side plot of all the folks in the bunker, meanwhile,
Yeah.
in the storm shelter, and it was good stuff. That the twist about the fact that she is no longer the last living descendant, and there's gonna be lots more people that now can't ever leave the island was a hard reveal. It was a good surprise. It was really well written. I didn't see it coming. My mom had a theory for a minute that she thought that Tom's wife in the photos, the dead wife photos, uh, that she looked like Sarah Warren. I was like, I don't feel like that's the same person, or what. So she almost tagged that
Yeah, yeah.
together, but we weren't quite sure. So I have to give her credit because she was
Hmm.
close. Out of the people that were actually thinking through it, I was not trying to think about it. I was just trying to see where they were going to lead us.
Yeah, I just wanted to enjoy the ride. Um, but yeah, and then we also get the reveal of like we get these tapes that one of our characters finds and watches and reveals that there's like some sort of sacrifice going on here.
Mm-hmm.
And that was another great twist. I saw a lot of people comparing that particular episode to Lost, which I can kind of see.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have like this island monster seemingly question mark.
Yeah, or just I feel like the island itself is the entity. You know what I mean? That's like there's so much going on that maybe it's not just one thing. It's like all of it
Yeah,
together. But yeah, it's like you have to feed a certain number of people to the monster in order to keep the island dormant and happy.
yeah.
And they
um,
discovered that years ago, but then at some point got away from it, and the island has now woken up.
yeah. I was they at the very end of the episode. You count the bell tolls, and there's one
Mm,
less, right? So there's only eight. There's eight
right.
instead of previously there were nine. Um, so yeah, we're up against it for season two, and so it's already been renewed. Hopefully we don't have to wait 2 years, 3 years, however long to get a new season. I feel like
Mm,
it's a show that, like Hacks, can be done fairly quickly. You can, as long as you write it quick enough. And I'm sure like they've been writers, like the writers' rooms in these shows are always working, kind of things,
mm,
even if they don't have the show picked up. So I don't know. Hopefully they go into production sooner rather than later, so we can get the show back again next year because Um, yeah, waiting around so many years for a show sucks. Perfect example of that. I know you don't watch it, House of the Dragon. Um, the
takes
first,
that takes a long time.
yeah, the first two seasons, I think they actually did pretty well back. There wasn't that long of a wait between the first two seasons, but like between season two and three, it took forever. And so by the time you're watching the premiere of the new season, you're just like, I don't care anymore. It's been so long.
Mm-hmm.
Um, So yeah, hopefully we get it. It becomes a yearly thing and not every 2 years thing. Like even Pluribus at this point, I don't think is coming back next year. I think they're gonna seemingly kind of have to wait an extra year for that to come out too, which sucks in the streaming era. Because back in the day, we used to get like 20 plus episodes of these shows every year, and now
Mm-hmm.
it's we get 10 episodes every 2 years if we're lucky.
Right. Just the scale of it has uh outgrown its own capacity.
Yeah.
You know what would be cool that I was just thinking through today? It would be cool if a couple of those shows got activations at San Diego Comic Con this year.
Oh yeah, Duke. Yeah, yeah.
That would
I
be
don't know
cool.
how active Apple is at their during the cons, but
I've seen them
yeah.
do. I feel like they did something for Silo in 2024
Mm-hmm.
that was on my radar, but I obviously didn't go that year. But I just maybe they come every couple of years or something like that. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again. It's been like we haven't gotten a lot of news lately regarding SDCC, so hopefully we'll be getting more in the next few weeks here. But yeah, that'd be
mhm.
sick. Like if we got like a sunset cocktails
Real, yeah, love
like
that.
themed activation.
That would be cool. But like,
That'd be
there's so much that you and I have been talking about like the last 3 weeks. I feel like on this show is that there's so much good stuff on Apple TV right now
mm-hmm.
that it would be a good connect because people are really locked into it right now and
Yeah.
paying attention to what they're
Well, I
doing.
guess they did have some Pluribus stuff last year too, remember? But because they were just like
Did they
starting to
really?
work. I think so, yeah.
I don't remember.
Like I think they did a panel last year, and they did like some.
Mm,
Yeah, here we go.
it's all blurred, dude.
Yeah, they Vince Gilligan and Rhea Seehorn were there, and they were doing they did the little ice cream last year, like the.
Oh yeah, like the ice cream truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a couple of things, a couple of properties did that. The food pop-ups.
Yeah.
I remember my
Uh,
first year there was a Bob's Burgers pop-up. It was pretty good, I won't lie to you.
yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. So I am bummed that I think people are right. Where I think Widow's Bay is a show where like if it was longer and it was 20 episode seasons, they could pull it off because there's so much like lore they could build
Mm-hmm.
out, and there's so much like so many flashbacks they could do,
Mm-hmm.
which a
Yeah, I,
lot of
I
the.
think the pacing was right at 10, just with the way that it was, right? Because, like, you can't do a whole season where it's like Ghoul of the Week every week. Otherwise, like, you have to start expanding on
Yeah, I
things
mean
or
that's how TV used to
contracting.
be. And I
Yeah.
and like I remember discussing. I don't remember if this was you or somebody else or the Mellow Chat or something. But like when TV used to do that, that was great because they seemingly were like throwaway episodes. But the positive to that is that you got to spend more time with the characters,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what made those 20 episode seasons so like important is that
Mm-hmm.
you had more time to spend with the characters, and so it made them better characters as a whole in term instead of only getting 10 hours to tell a story every year. Kind of tough to do that, and so you don't
True.
get those like you're so focused on moving everything forward that you don't have enough time to like slow down and really focus on spending time with the characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. We could have very easily gotten individual episodes on more of these characters this year, and I think they've already been on record saying like they want to do one. They want to do a Dale episode, a Rosemary episode. Like
Yeah,
we still don't know what's in Tom's basement.
yeah,
Just all that stuff. Like Patricia was really one of the only ones who got her own
yeah,
individual episode this
yeah,
season. Otherwise, so she earned it. Good for her. But
yes. Um, yes,
some people expand.
nominate Patricia for the Emmys, but don't. Are they would they be in the drama or the comedy category?
Hmm. I feel like it would just depend on how they submit it. It
Hmm.
says comedy, horror, mystery, horror fiction, thriller.
Let's see. I don't because I said I don't think they're eligible
Drama.
this
I
year
don't think they're eligible either.
because that's why the Emmy odds is nomination voting closes. Oh, we're getting close to nominations.
Widow's
Ooh.
Bay and the first 7 episodes qualify, but the final 3, including the season finale, aired after the May 31st cutoff and
Mm.
are therefore ineligible.
Okay. So let's see here.
That could end up like an advantage for them then, because if they manage to pull something this year and then they still have a chunk of episodes available to nominate
Yeah.
next year,
Yeah.
you could double down on season 1.
Yes, that is so true. Okay, I'm gonna look this up. Okay, here we go. Comedy series. Oh, it's listed at eighth right now on Gold Derby, which I feel like is pretty low, but it is in the comedy category.
Okay.
Oh, why is it? That sucks, man. Why are we getting Hacks versus Widow's Bay? I don't like this.
I don't think it'll be much of a race this year, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's see what else we got here. Comedy supporting actor. Comedy comedy actor. Let's see where comedy. This is great podcasting. Me just scrolling. Oh, Matthew Reese is listed at fifth,
Hmm.
so he should at least get nominated.
Okay.
He was great though. I mean, I don't know, like he should. I don't know why he isn't like in the running to actually win the thing. Maybe because the full season didn't come out. But Martin Short, Jason Segel, Steve Carell, Jeremy Allen White for The Bear, which is not a comedy, but
Bear is not a comedy.
like whatever. Um, Let's see. Comedy supporting actress. We have Hannah Einbinder is in second place right now.
Behind
Mm.
who?
Janelle James from Abbott Elementary.
Oh, come on. I love Abbott Elementary as much as the next guy, but
Yes. Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Comedy. Where's
It's
supporting
okay.
actress?
We've said this before. I
Yeah.
feel like I would have felt worse about Hannah's chances this year had she not won last
Yeah.
year
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
But we got out of this with at least one for her. So
Yeah. Okay, let's see. We have Megan Stalter is in sixth, and Kate O'Flynn is in seventh.
Kate O'Flynn is Patricia.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not great with names. I'm not great with actors' names.
Yeah, we just go by character names from now
Yeah.
on.
Well, I mean, a lot of times they could if they do it well, they're indistinguishable.
Yeah. Yeah, and Hacks is in second place to Abbott right now too. That was I swear that's a change.
Probably.
I swear that's a change. Here's the thing. If I've learned anything about Emmys like this is when you go into last seasons of shows, they will award the show as a gift for, the entirety of the series.
They
So,
can.
like
Yeah.
Abbott's going to continue. Abbott's going to
Hmm.
continue. So I mean, its last season, I feel like Hacks is going to clean up, for because it was the last season. But
I think it's possible. I also do think that maybe if we take the season as a whole compared to what previous ones have been like for Hacks, personally, I feel like it's one of the weaker ones. Like just
sure.
in terms of pacing and things like that. But sure, it did its job in terms of wrapping up the storylines of all the characters and saying what needed to be said and then bowing out before it overstayed its welcome,
Hmm.
which something to be said. But
Yes. We'll have plenty more time to do our hacks
mhm,
um uh balloting. Okay, here we go.
mhm.
Let's move on to some things that you put on the rostrum here, the docket, the schedule.
Okay, the schedule.
Yeah. Let's begin with the fact that now for a while we've been talking about you and I becoming a DJ duo,
Hmm.
where we, are like Daft Punk and we don't actually show our faces and
Hmm.
DJ at weddings and crush it.
Hmm.
Um, on the docket list here, you said that it says Jordan DJs a set at Club Storm Shelter.
Really doesn't have a whole lot to do with actual DJing, although I am cooking on my Spotify mix playlist. It's going great right now. It is 3 hours and 34 minutes. Um, it should be less than that, but anyway. Um, what has occurred over the last week is that Mother Nature has decided that Illinois and Indiana specifically are her worst enemy. And I'm not having a really great time with this. So we are just getting manhandled by storms and wind and tornadoes and tornado warnings and like all kinds of dumb stuff for like no reason. And just every time, I feel like every time I see a forecast and a prediction for the next couple of days, it's like I am in the bullseye in the middle of it. That's like, you don't want to be here. And I would like to be excluded from the narrative going forward because I spent 2 nights, not full nights, but a length of time for 2 nights out of 7 this past week in my bathtub, hiding from a tornado warning because I'm in a second story apartment and that's what they tell you is you have to go to the innermost room in your house or your apartment
Mm-hmm.
that has no windows
Mm-hmm.
or exterior walls. And the only place in my apartment that fits that criteria is the bathroom. And you
Mm-hmm.
know how small my bathroom is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in I'm in the tub. Like hashtag tub club. I'm literally in it. Um, the first day was worse because the storms weren't supposed to really run in until like 10 o'clock at night, which is super inconvenient for a number of reasons. Number one, because everything is a little bit scarier when it's dark because you can't really tell what's going on. Like you can't see it. But number two, because I had to work the next morning. So anything that keeps me awake for a long period of time into the night is just going to have a detrimental effect on me the next day. So the first round of storms rolls through. It's like 10 o'clock, and this was, I don't remember, Monday or Tuesday. And 10:15, we get, no, it's like, I think it's like 9:45 we get one. Like 9:45 we get a tornado warning, but it's just in our county. It's not like on top of us.
Yeah.
So like the sirens are going off outside, but they go off when you get a warning in the county. So I'm not really worried about it. I'm in my apartment. I'm keeping an eye on things, but I'm not stressed about that one. But then one comes through at like 10:15, and that's the one that pushes the notification to your phone and is like,
Hmm.
critical alert, seek shelter now. I'm
Yeah.
like, awesome. So I go, because sometimes if there's a big round of storms coming, our apartment complex will open our quote storm shelter, which is just the maintenance shed. But it's like sort of under a building, so it's a lower level
Hmm.
and it's concrete. So it's safer. If you don't have anywhere to go or you're worried about it, you can go in there. Our maintenance guy will hang out in there and just like keep the TV on with the weather. And so I go over there 10:15, and there's like 8 people, 2 cats, and a dog in there. I'm like, what the hell is happening? There's not usually anybody over there. Like usually it's just me and all the other
Yeah.
Midwesterners are like outside on their porches like watching it. But it's kind of a bad sign that there's people in there. So anyway, I go in there and I hide out until the tornado warning ends at 10:45, and at that point in time it's barely raining anymore. So I walk back to my apartment and I decide to try to go to sleep because, there's still a couple of like rounds of storms coming through, but theoretically nothing that should be that bad. So I go to sleep, but I keep the weather on next to me on my phone. That's like the live stream of the Indianapolis, like, local station that's
Yeah.
tracking all this, just in case like something comes through and needs to wake me up in the middle of the night, but I'm hoping it doesn't. And like the tornado watch, which is just like, hey, keep an eye out in the area, doesn't end
Hmm.
until like 1 a.m. So it's like 11 o'clock at this point. I go to sleep and I am awoken at roughly 12:45 in the morning by the live broadcast saying that they are observing tightening rotation on radar west of the town that I live in. I am west of the town that I live in, so that's concerning. And I'm looking at the radar, and there's like a growing red circle, and they're dictating the path of what that thing is, and it's coming right across where I live. Essentially, is what they're saying.
Hmm.
And I'm very worried about this, but it's like 1 in the morning. No one's awake. Everybody went to bed after the 10:45 like warning cleared. So the storm shelter is not open. I'm completely on my own for this. It is pouring rain outside. The lightning is like rattling the windows. And I'm the only person that's awake in this town to like experience the horror of being stranded with rotation moving toward where I am right now. So I go to my bathtub because that's what you do. And I put a helmet on in my bathtub just in case. And I take my identification, my ID, out of my backpack and I put it in my pocket in case things go so south that they need to identify me.
Oh my God.
And I
Jesus.
sit in my tub until 1:30 in the morning. And it just never, it doesn't form anything by us, but I'll tell you that radar was really scary looking. And given like what had happened earlier that night, which like 25 minutes north of me got hit really hard by like an EF2, EF3 that
Hmm.
just like took out a chunk of the forest and went
Hmm.
right across the highway. And I remember looking at that shape forming on the radar and thinking that it looked about the same as the one that was coming into town. I'm like, oh God.
Hmm.
So then I go to bed again at like 1:45, try to go to bed again at 1:45, but I have kind of a rough time doing it for reasons that are pretty self-explanatory. But now the watch got extended until 3 a.m. And so I make it until like 2:45 or 3 a.m. and everything has calmed down and settled down, and then I finally go to bed, and then I gotta wake up at 6:30 to go to work the next morning, so I get about 3.5 hours of sleep. And then the same thing happens like 3 or 4 days later, where just there's a massive cluster of tornado warned storms that are coming toward our area, and we get a warning from like, I don't know, 7, I think it was like 8. It was like 8:15 to 8:45. It's a Sunday, so the maintenance shed is not open.
Mm-hmm.
Maintenance man is not around. So again, I sit in my tub. I don't have my helmet on this time because I don't think it's that serious, but I do sit in my bathroom from 8:15 until 8:45 p.m. So I would like to be excluded from whatever's happening with the weather this year, because we're at like 400% of our annual average of tornadoes. And we're supposed to get hit hard again the day that this posts on Friday. So opt out. Where is that
Unreal.
box I can check?
Yeah.
Opt out.
You did send me a video of one of the weather stations that was like trying to go through and show the weather, that like when they went to go switch cameras, they brought up a feed of an owl.
Yeah, this is the Ryan Hall y'all YouTube feed, and he's live anytime there's a storm. There's a couple of guys that will go on. It's like Ryan Hall. There's a guy named this is definitely a stage name, but like Max Velocity. But I know. But I try to stay on the local weather because those two guys stress me out. Like the live stream YouTubers really stress me out because they have these dashboards for the weather that are like all red and beeping and like telling you too many different things for me anyway, that like it seems like the whole interface that they use is designed to induce a panic attack. And I hate that. But there's like one guy, and I wish I knew his name, but he does Fox 59. I'm Googling. His name is Brian Wilkes. So shout out Brian. He's chill. This dude is chill. He'll be talking about the weather, but he does so in a way that tries not to scare you.
Yeah.
And it's more local, I guess, than what those other jokers are finding, but they're very popular on streaming networks, so people will watch them. And like that's what the maintenance guy had on in the storm shelter, was the Ryan Hall feed. And he went to switch to that camera, and people were literally like yelling about it in the storm shelter. They're like, "Not the bird again!" Like, we didn't care about hearing the bird. We just wanted to know if we were gonna get leveled. Like,
Yeah.
we're like, "Get off the owl camera!" Because it doesn't keep the map up if you go to the owl camera. He goes full screen on the owl camera. We're like, we literally don't care. I'm so sorry. I hope it's fine. I hope the bird is okay. Tell me if I'm gonna get flattened in the next 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So Ryan Hall, please don't do the bird cam anymore. It seems like it was an accident. Like he was trying to go to a local camera, and that was the feed that they found, was like from a zoo or like a wildlife rehab. But like, please don't do that again. I have enough storm anxiety as it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't want Twister to become a real thing.
Please
Absolutely
no.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't remember my first 2 full years here being this bad. The last 2 have been kind of rough.
Dang, crazy. This is why I live in Arizona. We don't get any of that out here. We just have to deal with the 106 degrees out today.
77 and sunny.
Sunny?
See, it's days like that are like, well, okay, this place is fine.
Yeah.
And then it'll just be dumping rain.
Yeah, and it's like anytime I've talked to you over the last
wind.
like 2 weeks, I feel like you've just been like, it just rained for 2 weeks.
It's been
straight.
raining a lot. Yeah. I don't know what to do with that information.
All right. Speaking of more local stuff for you, your next bullet point here is the sushi bar on campus that might be a mob front.
Okay, here's the deal. Anybody that knows where I live that listens to this should know about this place if I talk about it very generally. I pass by it on my way leaving work every day, and the place is simply called Sushi Bar. It is not two words, it is one word, sushi bar. And it is, I don't know how to describe the building that it's in, but it looks like it was a storefront. Like it's not like a restaurant building. It looks like it's standalone. It looks like it was maybe a storefront for something else a long time ago, and it just is no longer that. It's a sushi bar. But the problem with it is that I could probably count on one hand the number of times that I have seen cars in the parking lot of the sushi bar. Sometimes when I have seen cars there, they are police cars, which doesn't give me a sense of ease about the whole thing. And I drive in and out of there often, given that it's on my way from work every single day. So one of our students that is graduated and is leaving to take her first job, over the past couple of weeks, we've set this mission of going to places on campus that neither of us feel like we're brave enough to go alone, but we want to see what the hype was about before she leaves.
Mm-hmm.
So we tried one. It's like a convenience store, but they also my best just like comparison is like a bodega. So it's like a convenience store. They have everything in there. It's also like smoke, vape, like whatever, but they do food. They do breakfast sandwiches and they do breakfast all day and they do food all day. You can just go get like a bacon, egg, and cheese any time of the day that you want it. And I've heard people say that it's really good and it seems to be really cheap. But there's something about it that like had a weird energy to me. And I was like, I don't know if we should go to this place. So we did anyway. We tried it. It was excellent and very reasonably priced. So dangerous now that I know about it, because now I could go back there. But back to our sushi bar extravaganza, that's how we got on that, is we were thinking, we're like, this place has to be like Mattress Firm. You know what I mean? Like, have you ever seen a person go into a mattress firm? It's like, surely people aren't replacing their mattresses that much in their lives. There's about 10 mattress stores. Like, if I were to throw a rock really hard in like this 2.5 mile radius around me, I don't know anyone that's replacing their mattresses enough to keep all these places in business. So we're just assuming they're all like money laundering fronts. And so we extrapolated that to the sushi bar, that we're like, this has to just be a mob front or like the mafia or something, because we've never seen anybody in the parking lot there. But we've heard whispers that it's a good place, but there's nothing in me that's able to verify this. And so we decide to go. We set a day to go. And we just take our lives in our hands and we go over there. And to my surprise, the day that we try to go over there are cars in the parking lot. There's like 4 or 5 cars in the parking lot. And we go and sit down, and the sushi is actually really good. It takes a little bit of a minute, but it seems like it's fresh made. It's not like grocery store sushi.
Yeah.
But I'm really confused by the whole experience, because it feels like we kind of stepped into another timeline where there's actually people that went to the sushi bar, because never before have I seen it like that. That just like everybody decided to go there at 5:30 p.m. on Friday or whatever it was. Like, that's
Right.
it's a mystery to me. So anyway, it was good. I've decided that it is indeed a money laundering front, but the money that they will be laundering will be mine now that I know that that place is good, because I will be there. So, mystery solved.
Yeah, you sent me a picture, and
Mhm.
yeah, it looked delicious in the picture you sent me.
It looks really good. We can go to sushi bar when you're in town if you want.
Yeah, we're gonna have time because
Right.
we've.
Are you a sushi guy? I don't know if
I do.
I
Yes,
really know this about you. Okay.
I do like sushi. I have a nice
'Cause
sushi once in a while.
I went with our student and I didn't realize that she is slightly allergic to some kinds of shellfish. And I was like, why did you let me
Mm,
take you to a sushi restaurant? So we just ordered only things that were very safe and cooked. And like, she's fine with salmon. So like all the rolls we got had salmon. It
yeah,
was like,
yeah,
it wasn't an incredibly diverse experience, but
right.
the menu is also a little bit like the Cheesecake Factory, where it's like huge. There's just not, you can't possibly pick between all those things.
That's so
And I
funny.
could see how it would be more overwhelming if you were open to eating any kind of sushi, because as it was, we were having a really hard time deciding, and we were
Yeah,
down to one type of fish.
yeah.
So Good luck, Charlie.
Yeah, but I'm not very picky about like what it is because
Hmm.
I don't really I don't really eat fish or seafood
Hmm.
outside of eating sushi, so I don't really know what I'm looking for in terms of like is it do I like salmon? Do I like crab? Do I like any of those better?
Hmm.
I'm just
Doesn't really
looking
matter.
for I'm looking for a complete flavor experience.
Okay. You don't have a do you have an issue with the raw fish, or do you like the cooked rolls only?
No, I'm okay with the raw fish, a nice sashimi. You know what they
Yeah,
call it?
okay. Solid. Yeah. We got options then, my friend.
Well, yeah, because we're gonna have time because we have figured out somewhat kind of figured out our schedule for Lala, kind of.
Hmm.
Um, and so yeah, we're gonna have a couple days before we actually leave.
Hmm.
So
It's true.
unless somebody's got hookup on Slater tickets for cheap, and then we'll have to just sleep in the car.
Couch surf, yeah. So if anybody has a hookup on Slater tickets and also a place to sleep, let us know.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
We could be interested.
Yes. Exactly. I told you earlier today that the Lala wristbands had shipped
Hmm.
last week, and I was like, yes, they should be here soon, and that they were allegedly supposed to show up today, Tuesday. I also sent you a screenshot of the tracking wherein it left from Austin, Texas, which is where Frontgate is based,
Hmm.
um, to Arizona, to into Phoenix, to
Hmm.
Surprise,
Hmm.
which is where my parents live. And so it was like 20 minutes away from me. And then it went
Sure.
from Surprise to freaking Kansas, bro.
Surprise.
And I haven't gotten an update since. So let me check. Let's check live and see where we're at here.
Yeah, let's check the live status.
Okay.
I think I saw something today that was like,
Still,
once you get it,
it still
you
says on
can.
the way. Last update
Oh,
arrived in Olathe, Kansas, June 22nd at 8:38 a.m. And it still says expected delivery Tuesday by 9 p.m. Buddy, we're not even in Arizona yet. And it's almost 3 o'clock. I think I'm shit out of luck today. So
yeah, I'm not sure about that.
tomorrow, I'll probably get it tomorrow. I did get my SDCC badge in last night though, so that's in.
I think mine showed up to my parents' house because something showed up and I haven't ordered anything else to them. So I'm like, that's got to be what it is.
It is in a nondescript envelope. So
Yeah, it's like one of those yellow bubble mailers.
yeah, speaking of like mob front, it looks like you're somebody's sending you
Real,
some nefarious stuff. But
real. You ordered that off the
we
dark
talked
web.
we talked about this last year. I miss when they used to give you like cool little packaging.
Yeah, the little like box with the pin in it, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Now you got to go pick everything up
And
at
now they
the
give you the pin at the deal. Yeah.
yeah. They don't give you
Uh,
a lanyard anymore to to get in with. You just have the loose badge and then you go pick up the lanyard. You're like, "Really?
yeah.
What if I don't have a lanyard laying around? I have to go buy one?"
Yeah. Right.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Luckily, between the two of us, we have like
Mhm.
approximately 97 of those lying around. So.
Sure. That's a good estimate. Yeah.
All right, there we go. There's a sushi spot. Yeah, I actually there's
Mhm.
what's funny is there's like three different sushi spots around me now.
Mhm.
There's one that is like right next to me that's hand roll sushi.
Ooh.
And
Mhm.
so it's the one that has like the little seaweed roll, and you have to like watch a full 2 minute video to explain to you how to roll this up correctly.
Okay. That's crazy.
And
I'm
then
in
yeah,
it though. I like the experience.
you just eat it with your hands, and it's actually quite good. I've been there. I go there like I don't know once every few weeks.
Mhm.
Oh, is it coming home? Nope, it is not coming home. Shot it high. Nope, Harry Kane missed it high.
Oh, it is not coming home.
It is not coming home. Yeah, England and Ghana are tied 0-0 in the 87th
Oh no.
minute.
Oops.
So yeah, oh yeah, they hit the bar and then Kane hit it wide. Um, so yeah, it is not coming home. That is over.
Mm-mm.
Maybe I don't know. We'll see. Where it's still early in the tournament. Ronaldo scored today. He scored 2 goals. He's he saw all the fun that Messi was having, all the
Messi
fun
and
that
Mbappe. Yeah.
Erling Holland is having, and Mbappe. And he's like, damn, I got to score. And yeah, he scored twice today. So
No. At least he finally remembered where the net is. We'll see if
Yeah.
that continues.
They said it was his first international goal in the run of play since the 2021 Euros.
Oof. Okay. That seems, I don't know a whole lot about soccer, but that seems bad.
That's not great.
That seems bad. Yeah. Canada plays Switzerland tomorrow.
Canada down.
Portugal already played. Portugal played Uzbekistan.
Hmm.
Um, when does the US play
They play on
next?
Thursday. Turkey.
Ooh, Scotland plays tomorrow. Scotland, Brazil. That should be fun. Good fan bases.
Mm-hmm. Where are they
Yeah,
playing? Does it
Turkey
say where
on
they're
Thursday.
playing?
It is Miami.
Oh man, the Brazilians and the Scots in Miami.
In Miami.
Oh boy.
Woo!
I wish I was at that.
Overrun. That
Wish I
place is
was
gonna
that.
get overrun.
Wish I was that part. I wish I was at that party. My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. U.S. is through to the knockout stages. They won their group, so we're gonna have a pretty favorable matchup in the round of 32, possibly the round of 16. Looking ahead to that too. So it's shaping up well to make a longer run than we've had in like 2 decades. So keep it together. You know, we're on the right track. They look good again in their second match against Australia. So on the
Yeah.
right track. Everybody say thank you, Pochettino.
Thank you, Pochettino.
Can I just say for a moment? Every time the 2 times I've watched this team in this tournament so far, I get like war flashbacks once in a while to Greg Berhalter
Oh
and
God.
how
Yeah.
bad it was watching his version of the team.
Yeah.
It's like similar to like watching Emma Hayes' team during the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and in 2024, was it 2024? Yeah, Olympics in Paris in 2024, and then you just get those kind of like weird flashbacks in the back of your brain to watching the team under Vlaco, and you're just like,
Oh my
thank
God.
goodness, thank
Yep.
goodness that's over. Yeah, Operation Go to Brazil for the Women's World Cup next year still on.
Is
But
on. Yep.
is on. Got to get that passport going though. Got to figure that out.
Yeah, you gotta work on that.
All right, let's move on. To our live, talking a little bit more about our live stream extravaganza this past weekend.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we hit up some Minecraft, play a little Fortnite, and then we ended
Mm-hmm.
with the Backrooms across 9 hours, which again, like flew by.
We spent like 3 hours on pretty much everything.
Yeah, we did 3 hours per game. We have more games that we could have gone into, but we got lost
Mm-hmm.
in the sauce a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, and what we learned is that I'm completely useless. That's what we learned.
I had a really good
And
intro for you
I will
this
admit
week.
that. I will admit that
That
I'm useless.
I know that we don't really do intros anymore, but I came up with this uh after our first game in Fortnite, which is that you are the man that Fortnite calls 007. 0 takedowns, 0 assists, 7% aim accuracy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think we have the stats to back that up too. I think it legitimately was like
Yes.
7.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the
Yeah.
last game we played where I was just, yeah, I did have, it was, we were like in hide mode for the most part, or I was in hide
It's
mode for
luck
the
of the draw sometimes where just you don't really know who's going to be in your lobby. It could be people that are just total sweats at the game and are not that fun to play against. It could just be other
What is
casual
that?
gamers.
Timeout? What does that mean?
Like if you sweat a game, it's like you take it way too seriously, or
Oh, yeah.
like you're into it just like a disproportionate amount, like
Yeah. So
being a
that's me.
tryhard.
Yeah. Me playing FIFA for 100 hours a week.
Yeah, like that. It doesn't need to be like that.
Yeah. So yeah, we did, hey, we did pretty well, but we survived. It
Yeah.
was like survival of the fittest, and we did get a couple top 10 finishes.
Mm-hmm. We did. We got a couple top 10s. I think we had maybe 1 or 2 top 5s. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't as bad as it sounds, but
Yeah.
there were some rounds where it was worse.
Yeah.
than others, where it's like we just right away dropped in the wrong spot and got decimated. So
Yeah. The bet my
it
favorite part was
happens.
driving the car around and just jamming.
Yeah, that was fun. Yep.
We didn't get to choose the songs that were played, but
You could choose the radio station, but
yeah.
not what played on the radio
hmm
station. So you
I
were at the
did
mercy
almost
of that.
make us crash multiple times because
Definitely.
I could not figure out the driving mechanic.
Yeah, we got drove off a cliff at least once, to my recollection.
I had no grip in there was like no lateral rear grip in the car, and so I couldn't turn. It was like
Sure, man. Blame the
I
car.
was I had, I had too much oversteer.
Blame the car. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Fortnite is not a driving game.
No, it is not. There is one. We did play one, like
Mm-hmm.
which was fun. We were cooking fools, bro. We were just
We were, yeah. We were
it
like
was like
surprisingly good at that.
it was like kind of unfair how good we were at the little racing game.
Yeah, I might have to play a little bit more of that tonight. It's fun. I like the drifting mechanic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Once you figure out that drifting, then you're all in. If you're good at that, then
Mm-hmm.
it's like you can smoke fools on that. But I think what
Mm-hmm.
happens is like as you go up, they like rank you, and you start to play against the people in that rank. And so I think I
That
guess
would
like
make sense.
you
That would
play
make sense.
against
Because
like
there's no
harder.
reason we should have been beating people by like 9 seconds.
Yeah. Yes. This it was a beatdown, absolute beatdown. We did play Minecraft, which we're not going to talk about.
There's not much to talk about. We discovered Richie's really bad at
I
it.
had
He doesn't
no
have a
idea what
whole
I was
lot of
doing.
spatial awareness, so he's kind of just falling into mines.
Yeah.
But it went all right for a first playthrough.
I'm all right as being generous. All
It
right as
went all
being
right.
generous. Yeah, I got killed by zombies all the time. Yeah, it was bad.
But we did eventually turn off the mobs because I didn't realize it was going to be that much more complicated. I thought it would
Truly.
be a little complicated, but not that much more
Yeah.
complicated. We got separated like almost immediately, which was the problem because Richie got killed by something. And then because it was about 15 minutes into the game, we'd not yet set a spawn point, a common spawn point. So we spent most of the time running back and forth across the map trying to find one another. And that's when we turned the mobs off because it kept being more and more inconvenient.
Yeah. Again, I learned that I am not very good at these types of video games, which is why I play sports and racing games.
Mm-hmm.
Those are very simple.
We did play Michael Jackson Horror, which I heard today on Spotify. I just was shuffling a random playlist and Billie Jean came on, and I just
Yeah.
had a good
More
laugh because
flashbacks.
now it's always gonna make me think about that stupid game. Uh, yeah, that was something. Surprisingly, actually, a couple of decent jump scares.
Yeah.
Mostly because it takes over your whole screen and plays a really loud Michael Jackson ad lib noise. Um, it's a lot when you're not expecting it,
Yeah.
and it's also like 12:30 a.m. You're like, yeah, that could be a little scary.
Yeah, so there's that. And then we finished with playing some Backrooms. It's
Mm-hmm.
Backrooms Escape Together.
Mm-hmm.
And we also learned while playing this game that I have no survival instincts.
Not at all. No, Richie, upon observing something scary, uh, has not much of an impulse to turn around and run away. So he gets grabbed a fair bit. Where most of you said this best and it made me laugh, but I was cutting together the highlights from our stream and you
Yeah,
said it was basically just Richie snuff film because it's mostly just you dying.
it is.
I can only imagine what people thought seeing your perspective on YouTube of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because my perspective was just me running past you a bunch, yelling run, and then seeing that you had been slain by some inexplicable entity.
uh yeah, it wasn't great. Again, I just like I have you know what we've learned really playing this is I have a hard time with the first person stuff because
Mhm.
I'm not like intuitive enough to figure that out. Like it's if like I like playing the Spider-Man games, right?
Mhm.
Those are
Third
great.
person though.
Third person. Yes.
Mhm.
Third person. And so that's a little bit easier for me to kind of figure out because I can, yeah, much easier to figure out the mechanics of that game and swing around and beat the crap out of enemies.
Mhm.
Um, so that is much easier for me to do as opposed to like Minecraft and Backrooms where you're in the first person view, and so it's just like trying to like figure out the how to move correctly, between moving the camera around and moving your person around. I'm just not dexterous enough to figure that out.
Um level 3 in that game, go to hell. Level 3.
Absolute disaster.
Total disaster. We probably spent an hour and a half of our total
Yeah,
3-hour playtime on
yeah.
level 3. It's almost exclusively like random number generator because you don't really know what you're going to get in each of those boxes that you. So the premise is it's sort of like, how would you describe it? It's kind of like a jail. Like there's lots
Hmm.
of jail doors everywhere. And you're supposed to find and collect fuses, and you put fuses in these fuse boxes that are just sort of scattered throughout. And when you open a box, there could be something inside, there could be multiple things inside, there could be nothing inside. So you don't know. And you also don't know what collection of those things you're going to need to progress to the next level. So you can't like bank on it and be like, well, I know I'm going to need 4 of these and 4 of these. You could need 6 of something and 0 of the other. It's just
Hmm.
all random. And then in there with you is this creature that is not able to be stopped or distracted to our best knowledge.
Yeah.
It just sort of endlessly pursues you until it kills you. And on the first level, there's only one of them. But then as you go up to the second and third tier of this level, there are at least 2, maybe 3. And it's horrible. It's so horrible because we just keep getting killed or trapped or,
Yeah.
like you run out of room in your pockets for things. And there's sort of a time limit on it too with the sanity thing that I still
Hmm.
am not entirely certain
Yeah.
how to
Honestly,
overcome.
how often did that, like, not only me being caught, like, I feel like it was like 45%, maybe like 55% me being caught and killed. And then the other 45% of my deaths were because we couldn't find our replenishments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that took both of us out a fair number of times. That just the supplies and resources are scarce, and it seems like your timer on finding them is pretty low.
Hmm.
So who knows? That second level was horrible, by the way, with the generators and the things running around in the dark.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hated every moment of that I was by myself swinging a flashlight around trying to ward these things off. It was
Yes.
horrific.
Yeah. I was
It was
yeah,
horrific.
just no help. Zero help.
The 2 levels we did manage to complete 2 levels, but for whatever it means to all of you, of which I will not make an assumption, I did complete those 2 levels on my own while Richie was dead spectating. That doesn't mean that he wasn't helpful, but it does mean that when it came time to open the door and move to the next level, he was no longer with me.
Correct. Absolutely. Um, yeah. Like I feel like I also am really slow to figure things out because like for especially in those things where it would take a while for me to like figure things out, and so I like to wander, and that's kind of what I was doing. I'm just like I'm just gonna wander and figure out how this everything works, and
Mm-hmm.
so it just yeah it would have taken me like probably would have taken me like 6 hours just to get past that first level.
The You don't get rewarded for wandering in that game. You get killed for wandering in that
Yes.
game.
Yes.
Is the trouble. Yeah.
Because
It's
there's
not
so
you, it's the
especially like
mechanic.
that like that first level is like very mesmerizing. Like I could just
Mm-hmm.
wander and it's
Yeah,
like
that's
kind of
that's
like
your typical Backrooms all
yeah,
yellow
it's
level
just
where you're
kind
like, I
of
kind of want to go see what's going
there's
on
a
here.
part of it where it's like other than this evil scary guy thing that chases you, like it's kind of like kind of soothing to just wander around in these rooms
Hmm.
and get lost.
Yeah.
Lost in the sauce backroom style.
Hmm. Correct. We tried it. We did have some friendly folks in chat that were trying to help us, or at
Hmm.
least were dropping some of the lore, which is helpful at that point in time to just sort of because I didn't see the movie. You saw the movie, but you're not really a knower of the
Correct.
Backrooms
Yeah.
lore.
Yeah.
So we were going in completely blind.
Hmm.
Not that knowing a lot would have really helped us anyway, because you still have to play through the game and fight the levels, but
Yeah.
it is nice to sort of know what you're up against a little bit, or just know where the inspiration came from.
Hmm. Yeah.
We didn't really know anything.
Nope. Flying completely blind. Yeah, we had some nice
Mm-hmm.
folks tuning in from like New Zealand was watching
Mm-hmm.
us. That was cool.
Nice.
Um, all right, last thing we have here, Letterboxd Corner. I do have one movie I want to mention because I loved it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's one of my favorite movies of the year, and it actually like shocked me how good it was. Um, it
Toy
is
Story
this
5.
not yet. No, seeing that this weekend actually.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna go see it with my sister and my nephew. Um,
Fun.
okay, so I've heard about this movie, people talking about it, and they seem to really like it. It's based on a TV show, a Canadian TV show from many, many years ago. And the movie is called Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. And it is very much like this kind of like mockumentary style movie. And it follows these two guys, they're two best friends. They're in Canada, Canadian, and they both of them come up with these schemes to try and get their band big and they to try and play the big venue in town. And um and it is so funny. Like it is I feel like you might actually like it too because it is very like it's that very like Canada sense of humor.
I've heard good things. I really
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
this, it's like the kind of Canadian sketch style humor. And on
Me
top of
binge
that,
watching Shoresy, I'm like, I
yeah,
think I would like this.
yeah. Um and not only is it really funny, but like it is like actually like I put in my review, like it is actually like incredibly earnest. Like it is an incredibly earnest movie too, where like there's an actual story there between the two best friends because it essentially starts in like 2008 and it shows you from the big when they first met were best friends back then, and it jumps forward into 2025. And so the whole point of the movie is like friendship, how important friendship is, and it's like a reflection on the passing of time as we get older and how important those friendships are as we get older. And so yeah, I love this movie, man. I get 4.5 stars. I cannot recommend it enough to everybody. It is also a slight remake of Back to the Future, which which actually was actually really funny as well because I did not expect that.
All right. Um,
You
well, I do
watched a
have one
movie
this
because you were
week.
texting me about it.
Yeah, I did. I watched one this week. It is from 1961. The film is called The Children's Hour, and it has uh Shirley MacLaine and Audrey Hepburn. And usually in movies of that period, it is impossible to outact Audrey Hepburn
Yeah.
at her own game. That's prime Audrey Hepburn, but I would say that Shirley MacLaine gives her a good run for it. This is a sort of a it's not like a period piece, but I think it was pre Hays Code movie. A lot of people have taken it in a lot of different ways, but the way that I texted it to you was that it's the lesbian Audrey Hepburn movie, and then I
Yeah.
saw you put that exact phrase in Google and search it, and it immediately came up. So
Yes.
take from that what you will, but it seems like in reading about this, that wasn't the angle that they were trying to take, but
Hmm.
it has been accepted sort of as I've just been going down a list of like Pride Month movies to watch this month. It seems like it's sort of been accepted as having that connotation, even though it maybe wasn't explicitly how they tried to make it in the first place.
Yeah.
And I think the play originally that this is based on was like the plot was that someone was having an affair, which was the angle instead, and then it was changed later for the film. I initially gave it 4.5 stars, and then I was thinking more about the ending, and I bumped that back down to 4.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like in today's day and age, they would have tried to be a bit gentler about the ending. You know, like, okay, so you've seen La La Land at this point in time.
Yes.
That's like, my personal belief is that if you watch La La Land all the way through and then you turn it off before like the last 10 minutes, you just
Yeah.
close your laptop. Everything's
Yeah.
really great. It's an awesome ending.
Yeah.
And then if you're feeling like you want to be hurt a little bit on that day, you can play the last 10 minutes. It's the same way with this film, that there's a point in time where if you shut things off right there,
Right.
you're good. And then it takes on a very different tone at the end of the film if you don't shut things down at that point in time. So that was the point that made me retract back another half star. But it's still a good film. Good piece of acting. But there is a child in that film. And this kid, ooh, this movie made me want to call my parents and apologize for ever being a child. Not that I've done anything wrong, but just that, like, seeing this spoiled, entitled little brat on screen. I'm not usually very negative towards kids, but this kid is like Rosemary's Baby. That I was like, you should be able to throw hands with a kid if they deserve it. And I felt very validated by the Letterboxd reviews, because if you scroll through it, 90% of them are saying the same thing. and this kid is not this child at the time, full grown adult now, still alive, actress, did not do any more pieces besides that and one more movie. So like the thing that she's forever known for is just being a jerk as a child.
Yeah.
In this one movie with Audrey Hepburn and Shirley MacLaine.
That's funny. I did put it on my list
She's
to
the
watch.
worst, bro. Like, you'll get the ick from this kid.
Yeah. It's on Poop,
You'll
so I
absolutely
will.
get the
It's on Poop, so I will.
Poop has it for you. It's on Tubi, guys. We keep calling it Poop. I think it's also on Pluto TV.
Yeah.
There's some crossover there, but one of the free streaming services has it for you.
Mm-hmm. I love those. They're great. I've been rewatching Arrow on Pluto recently. Love it. Great. I was like, damn, when that show was cooking, it was cooking. It was cooking with gas. It was legit good.
It was good. Like the first 3 seasons for sure, 4 seasons debatably were like good TV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 20 episodes a season, man.
I still watch The Addams Family on Pluto TV sometimes. Just if I'm like at home doing nothing on the weekend. Yeah.
They should make, you know what they should do? They should make a remake of that and cast Jacob Elordi in it, because I feel like he'd be good as the guy, because he's tall.
Oh,
he plays all them. Yeah.
Yeah. I could see it. It's not a speaking role either, so like he'd be fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, I guess they have Wednesday on the Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched
that show's gotten kind of bad though.
Yeah, I watched season 1, and
first season was good. Second season was like
yeah. Okay, there we go. Anything else?
Announcement for the people, and I guess also for you. Our emotional support indie band, the Silkies from Cincinnati, are coming out with a record this Friday. You can go through their socials and their Bandcamp if you want to like pre-order a CD or a vinyl or anything like that. But I'm excited for that announcement. They're excited for that announcement. We're hoping they roll back through the area sometime soon, so keep an eye out for that. But that should be good music.
That's a great way to end. Yeah, I don't know. I doubt we're gonna hit up the Backrooms again. I don't know.
I think we gotta give level 3 another try, because it's beatable. We just have to stash supplies on level 1.
Yeah.
And then keep it with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I agree. Come up with a game plan. Well, you did send me a video, which I did not watch yet, which is
Somebody
somebody
speed
who,
ran that level by themselves in like
yeah,
4 minutes.
yeah,
But that's what I'm saying. It's all random number generator. Like you could get like a non-aggressive clump
yeah,
in level 3
yeah,
and just roll with it.
yeah.
Yeah. You got to speed run it. That's the only option.
Speed run. All right, everybody. Yeah, that's it for this episode of the show. England and Ghana drew 0-0, so it's not coming home as
Nope.
expected. Yep. Uh, and yeah, follow us at OHOBC Pod. Jordan still has some edits in the offing from our
Mhm.
stream, including, which we didn't talk about. My favorite part of the stream was from the Fortnite stream when I did not know how to properly
Safely descend a hill.
safely descend a hill. Yes.
Yeah. I'll post that along with our episode, I think, on Friday. If I don't get a chance to cook anything more before then. But I was trying to do little like I'll at least do one for our Fortnite playthrough, but I'll clip together a little montage for us.
Yeah.
I have one made for the Backrooms, so stay tuned.
I did. Yeah, I did see that the clip you posted on TikTok got like 50 likes or something.
Yeah, can't explain. Some things blow up, some things don't. There's no rhyme or reason for it.
Nah, social media doesn't make any sense.
Mm-mm.
Does not make any sense. Yeah, at OHOBC Fod. Oh my god. Cut that out. You're gonna have to cut that out. Just
Nope.
can't
Staying in.
can't speak today, folks. Cannot speak today. I was up till 2 o'clock in the morning reading my book, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was up until 1:30 a.m. in the bathtub earlier this week.
Who has it worse? Put the poll out.
Let's do it. I know the law.